and I think she really enjoyed it. There was never any information about this mask affecting who she was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the shop owner didn't say that this mask is going to take over you.
It's not, yeah.
The mask will take over your soul, and there will not be any more Carly Beth.
It's just like you'll just have its face.
Yeah. And she's like, is that why I was strangling my best friend? And be like, no, that was all you, Carly Beth.
No, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why it felt like the mask actually wasn't, like... there was no magic in the mask. That's why I think not having the magic potion works to its favor, because it's all psychological for her. It's all in her head. Like, yeah, she puts the mask on. She can be, like, the scary one. She's doing it herself. And when she's like, oh, there's no seam, of course there's a seam there. She just doesn't want there to be one.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, now she can go around being like, your mother such cocks in hell!
Yeah, she can be the terror she wants
later,
to be.
when she realizes, like, oh, there are people that care about me.
Yeah.
And like, oh, now I can take this mask off.
Yeah. Upon like the first reading of it, it's kind of, it almost sounds a little cheesy. It's like a symbol of love. It's like, oh, that's lame. But when you actually think about it, the magic potion would have been the lame choice to have.
Yes, that would be
people
a Deus
of Europe.
Ex Machina, as they call it, I believe.
Yeah.
God in the machine.
Yeah. The symbol of love really solidifies that this could have just all been in her head.
Yeah.
So.
And that is the reading I take from it. Like, I know it's Goosebumps, and of course, in the Goosebumps canon, it was a mask that was haunted that took over her, but, like, I think there's a bit more there to it.
Yeah.
Again, sorry for getting so heavy with this.
No, I think that's what we need to do. There were many points in this book where I felt this is not just the mask talking. This is a deeper story. And it was all the revenge she wanted to have. Before she even thought about this mask, she wanted revenge on all the people.
Revenge!
Exactly. All the people that were all of her so-called friends, where I don't know how her relationships are going to fare in the future. If she's still going to be friends with Sabrina, with Chuck and Steve.
Chuck.
Because there was no resolution in this book about that. And you'd think maybe her character has changed now?
It wasn't a plot-driven book. It was a character. Like, it was her journey into, like, maybe accepting her. I don't know. I don't think, no.
Well, I think her character definitely, like, you can't come back in The Haunted Mask 2 and have her be the same character without any development. Like, she's...
No, but I just mean, like, you know, I don't know.
She demands respect now, Nick. She doesn't need the mask to
she
be a
walks
jerk.
into school with, like, a fur coat, a hat, sunglasses, and a walking stick. She's just like... Doom, 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 doom.
Someone doesn't get out of her way. Is Carly Beth gonna have to choke a bitch?
No, exactly. She just takes a glove and just, like, slaps the person. It's like, bitch, move.
Yeah. It's like, Carly, the old man comes to her and is like, this was not the lesson you were supposed to learn.
Bitch!
I think she learned that she can be who she wants to be. Hopefully has enough faith in herself. I really hope
in the next one that she's, like, you know, we see that she's a bit more confident and, like, she doesn't scare as easily, and that she, you know...
And she developed quite a taste for worm sandwiches, but it's her decision now.
I think that's just Stein writing it in. I really hope Go Eat Worms has the red worm of pain.
It won't.
Oh.
It won't. Maybe the European version will. We can
find fan fiction online.
Yeah. There is a lot of Goosebumps fan fiction.
Is there?
Nick, I really enjoyed this book.
Likewise.
And are you ready to give it a G-Splat rating?
I am.
Okay, you want to give our ratings at the same time?
Yes.
We'll do a countdown?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
go.
5? Yeah.
Yeah.
We both gave it a 5.
It's a fucking perfect book.
Big old G-Splats all around, all 5 of them. 10
it's
in total.
A perfect 5 for me.
I got goosebumps. I thought that the characters were great. The description.
I mean, it was just so well written.
Yeah.
I'd say in the plot department, it's not quite up to Stay Out of the Basement standards, like, in terms of, like, you know, how it is, but it moves at a quick pace. It all takes place on one night, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, I know there's a bit at the beginning, but the main chunk of it takes place on Halloween night. The description is great, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I felt, like, such a personal connection with the character that, like, it really, you know, that's what influenced it, but yeah.
I was very impressed with all the descriptions, with just him setting the scene in this book.
It felt real, all the other ones. It felt like, okay, we're just looking at a snapshot of, like, an alternate universe where, like, you know, this is happening. But this felt like this felt real. It felt like I felt like I was reading a movie. It felt like I was reading a novelization of a movie. And I could picture, maybe it's because I remember the episode in my vague recollections, but it's like I could picture this being like a late 70s horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, or early 80s.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it shows in the development of the actual episode of Goosebumps that they put a little more time into it. They didn't just make the ghost next door.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like
yeah.
that. Like they figured this was their best shot.
Maybe that influenced my, like, how I pictured it in my head too, but like, yeah.
So, all around, I was very impressed with this.
Likewise, this was great. I'm really happy to have read this, and yeah.
Nick, you want to give us a little taste of what next episode is going to be about?
Make a wish. Be careful what you wish for. It might come true.
Well,
I don't know about the next one.
I don't know. I think this is one of those books that I'm going to enjoy. It's one of those, it really makes you put a lot of thought into your wishes, because everyone out there who wants to grant a wish is just going to try and turn it into something bad. So I got to be really specific, and I'd like to see what this book does with it. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. If you like the show, please head on over to iTunes.
Just
subscribe.
do it. Here's the thing, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking me, is it on Spotify? We're not on Spotify. But how is it?
How do you get on Spotify?
I don't know. But there are podcasts on Spotify. But I mean, if you're using Spotify on your phone to listen, you can just as easily go to the music app or the iTunes or, Android, Google Play or whatever.
Maybe they don't want to sell
Stitcher,
out.
TuneIn, whatever it is. Like, we're on there.
We're everywhere, man. We're just not on Spotify.
We're just not on Spotify for some reason.
I don't know how to do it. Maybe we'll look into it.
We'll look into it.
Take that as a fan criticism and maybe see how to go about doing it. But for now, go to iTunes.
Go to iTunes. That's really the best bet.
Yeah, leave a comment, a rating. Help us out, man. Help get Goosebumps to everyone. All the people who don't know that they could be getting Goosebumps on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly or bi-monthly?
I don't know. Well, because it always means like both things. I don't know.
There's no...
English is weird.
It's super strange, man. Help spread this horrific disease.
Help spread the bumps.
Yes. Help spread the bumps. We could make some sort of charity drive based on that. And, join the GBC, the Goosebumps Book Club. It's as easy as reading along with us and sending your thoughts and comments to wegotgoosebumps@gmail.com.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, Facebook /WeGotGoosebumps, Twitter @WeGotGoosebumps. And you know what? If you don't feel like joining the GBC because you don't want to read along every book, maybe you don't have time, maybe you're busy. Yeah. Don't worry, you could still join the GBC and just listen to our show. We don't spoil it.
We appreciate all of y'all.
It's like an audio book where we take certain liberties every now and then.
Yeah, basically. That's basically what it is, and I just make a snarky comment every once in a while. I think we're getting too meta right now, Matthew. Let's end this before
it...
Parachute's a knapsack.
Mine's just full of utensils.
Oh no, Bugs Bunny!
Until next time, I'm Matt.
And I'm the other guy. And we got goosebumps.
Well, I guess only one of us can dress as a dominatrix, but we could do that. Hi. We talked about some real issues in this episode, and we just want to stress that while this is a lighthearted podcast, mental illness is no laughing matter. Millions struggle with various afflictions every day, and if you ever feel depressed or worse or otherwise just off, please seek help. Whether it's from a professional or just a friend, know that you are not alone, and that as bad as things might seem, things can and will get better.